Hey guys, so I wanted to talk about the YouTube plagiarism thing, and we're obviously going to be looking at Matthew Santoro. This actually hits really close to home, and that's the only reason why I'm making a video about this, is because I myself am a journalist. I do freelance, which means that I don't have a degree for it, and I don't plan on getting one. It's just, a little extra income. But I do know a lot about citation. I know a lot about, hey man, this will break the law. And you can't steal people's content when you're doing freelance journalism or any form of journalism, which this guy is kind of doing because he's doing these little fact sheet videos and blah, 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 blah. They're very entertaining. I gotta give him that. He's got a great way of doing this shit. Like, his overall YouTube template, like the way that he makes his videos and the way that he publishes them, he's doing it the way that YouTubers should be doing it. If you want to become big like this guy, you got to go do it like this. So via socialblade.com, by the way, that's how you source something in your video. His channel has a total grade of A-. His subscriber ranked is 188th. His video view rank is 779th, which is actually pretty surprising because this guy makes a lot, gets a lot of views every time he uploads a video. I need to pull my mic away from my face. But he gets a lot of views per video. And views for the last 30 days is 21 million. 21 million. Okay, so that's reaching a broad spectrum of people. I mean, that out of the 21 million, we've got to assume that he maybe reaches about, I mean, replays is obviously going to be a big issue, but if I had to guess, like 18 million people. And a lot of these people are rewatchers, and there are a lot of people that go to the next video, like if they're watching in a playlist, which that's how you make money on YouTube, because the more time spent watching and the more time ads pop up in your face, you're going to make more money. And this guy is doing it exactly how you want to do it. But now, we got to be serious here. This guy makes so many video views that it's a little bit crazy. His most recent video, newest, by the way, I'll source it. His newest videos are about shocking facts that you never knew about smoking, facts in 5, 7 myths you still don't believe about history, 50 amazing facts to blow your mind, number 41. A video that he made 5 days ago had 2,465,000 views. That's a lot of views. And if you go by every 2,000 views, you make $1 on YouTube. If you want to add that up, that's an extreme amount of money. That's maybe about, I'm terrible at math, but maybe about $7,000 to $8,000, I think, at least. I'm not entirely sure. But this guy, over the last 30 days, got 21 million views. And that's a lot. And at one point, his channel exploded so big that it's a little bit ridiculous. Like, in 2011, and I think June, he only got about 660 monthly subs. So that was before he was really getting any, Boku dollars. I mean, he was maybe making about, I don't know, if he's lucky, he's maybe making about 300 to 400 off of a video. If he's lucky. I cannot stress that enough. If he's lucky. But we see our first spike in 2013. He made a monthly sub of 60,000. That's a lot of people to reach. And we don't really know if he's been plagiarizing this whole time, so it's kind of hard to judge whether he has or not. But at one point, in June 1st of 2014, he had a monthly sub rate of 612,000 1,000 people, which dropped off for July at 368,000, and it kind of sparked up, back down, left and right every month, so forth. He hasn't been making that many gains in the past few months because he already had an extreme amount of gains. But he'll make about 600 to 700 new subscribers a day on average. But some of them, he'll gain like 15,000. Like, I think that was on March 30th, as listed by socialblade.com. That's how you that's how you cite a video, Matthew. Honestly, if he cited everything and he was like, hey man, I got this from them, please go and take a look at their article, you could be helping out a lot of people. And this is where we've got to really think about whether we want to talk about fair usage. And this guy, technically, under legal law, if he were just stealing these articles from these pages and then taking what they pay people to do, is they tell them, hey man, go and think of an idea. When you think of this idea, we're going to give you the resources and the manpower to look into this subject, and we're going to make a list, and we're going to pay all these people at the end, and whatever your article makes, you get to take home with you. It depends. A lot of the business models are different at a lot of different sites, so I could be spitting mad nonsense, but I wouldn't know exactly. The way that my site works is however much traffic we bring in is how much money we make, and it's not a great system, but it kind of pays you based on how much you want to work. If you can push content out that's pretty good content, but in a larger quantity, you're going to make more money. But let's go ahead and talk about this guy. If we really want to talk about what is right and wrong via plagiarism, Matthew Santoro has broken plagiarism laws, and he has broken fair use. And technically, these sites could go and sue him and then take the revenue that he made off of said videos and maybe multiple other videos if they have a good defense attorney or they have a good prosecuting attorney or whatever. They would get a lot of money out of this guy. And in honest reality, they probably should, because this guy has taken their ideas, their good opinions, and then warp them and put them on YouTube. And this site could have done that themselves, and they would have made that revenue. But we're in a world where this shit doesn't matter. You can flame people all you want. It's not going to change anything, like Soflo Antonio, who is a notorious freebooter on Facebook. He does this shit all the time, and I'm pretty sure he still does it. I'm not entirely sure. I don't pay attention to him all that often. Emoji, emoji, emoji. But I like, it's so strange because this hits so close to home. Because, like, if I sat there and plagiarized something, I would get ass blasted. I would lose my job, even though it's a freelance job. I could quit whenever I want. I'm not contracted in any sort of way, shape, or form. I don't have to do a specific amount of content. It's whenever I want to post, which I post pretty much every day because I need to make some sort of stable money, because YouTube does not pay me shit. I don't make anything. But these guys that make very good videos, Matthew Santoro's videos aren't bad at all. They're actually really good. It kind of depends on, hey man, I'm not going to cross that line because, It's almost a scummy way to make money on YouTube, is to take other people's content and then brand it as your own. And then also have people writing underneath you that are going to take the heat from this. So it may not have even been Matthew Santoro himself that said, hey man, use this article and we're going to make this video. It could have been somebody else on his team. And it probably could have been under no fault of his own. But it's so strange. And Boogie2988 actually took a lot of heat on YouTube about this topic, and it's a little bit sad because he shouldn't have. He said all the right things. He listed, how fair use works, and then he also talked about plagiarism, and then he gave his honest opinion on both sides of the argument. It didn't sound like to me that he was sticking up for Matthew Santoro. It sounded like he was just playing the fence, and that's what, you know. I'm pretty sure his real name is Steven. I'm not entirely sure, but you know, Steve was playing the fence like he usually does, and good for him, because he should have been, because that was his friend. They're on friendly terms. They've been on friendly terms for a long time, as he said in the video. So it's you shouldn't be talking shit on your friends, but you also shouldn't be giving them any leeway. And this guy honestly needs to come out and answer to what people have been saying about him, and who may have done this on his team of writers, because it may not have even been him. You never know. And that's the weird thing. But it's a strange little thing. It's pretty weird. It's so strange. It hits so close to home, and it almost makes me sad, because anybody could have been doing this and making a lot of money. So this guy really does need to answer to everybody on YouTube about what he's been doing, and what he plans on doing in the future, to clear up the dirty air about his content.